Hey, it's JP from One Love Brigade Barbecue, live in Minneapolis, and today we got some pork tenderloins. We're going to be smoking them on the Gateway drum. We use Easispice from Jamaica, and we definitely recommend this. You will find it on our website, which is onelovebrigade.com. But I highly recommend using Easispice jerk seasoning on pork, chicken. You can use it on pretty much anything. On wings, it's incredible. You want to give it some seasoning, but reminding you that the more you add, the more heat you're adding to this meat. We're gonna let these sit maybe 20-30 minutes before we start prepping the next phase of it. But here's some Easispice on pork tenderloin. We've also got a couple other pork tenderloins. I've marinated these in garlic and lime just to give them a little extra flavor. And we're gonna try out a few different things. And I highly recommend, I'm sure a bunch of you know, Blues Hog. The original dry rub seasoning. I use it on a lot of different things I smoke, but after marinating these, now I'm gonna coat them with some Blues Hog. And Blues Hog you can go a little more liberal with. You can go, you know, as far as you can season it up, add a little bit more. It's amazing flavor. I'll just flip these over. We're gonna hit the bottom side of it too. If you wrap a pork tenderloin instantly before you smoke it, you're gonna lose out on a lot of that extra flavor that you want from your smoker. So we'll let these sit and we'll be back. So we've got the barbecue on one side and the Easispice, 4 of those on the other side. Here we're getting the charcoal ready. They've got like different fire starters or wick fire starters that you can use, but I just start charcoal in a charcoal starting can and use this to get my smoker going. You can do whatever you want. This is the Gateway drum, my favorite smoker hands down. It's a 55 gallon and it's absolutely incredible. You control it with the intakes and of course the exhaust. This is definitely the best smoker around. So now that we got the charcoal ready to go in that charcoal starter, the smoker up, I just take it in. People, you have a million different ways you can do this, but I just dump it in. I'm gonna be using hickory. So one thing I love about the Gateway is that you're using lump charcoal and also real wood. Drop some chunks. This is a little overboard with the wood, but sometimes you just do it up. You want that real flavor. We're gonna be starting this. We're gonna go slow right now. We're gonna get this thing going. I'm gonna open up the valves. Grab the grate, clean this quick. I'm gonna run inside and grab the meat. We'll be right back. So right now we're gonna toss these on our smoker. Once again, I'm gonna start slow. I believe that when you're smoking pork tenderloin, from my experience, especially if you're gonna be wrapping it with bacon, putting anything extra on it, you really wanna give it a slow smoke right away to start so you get that flavor in the meat versus layering the meat with other things, you know, like bacon or whatever you decide to wrap it in. And the Gateway is really about hot and fast, but people always ask, can you do it slow? You can on a Gateway. That's one of the beautiful things about this smoker, is you don't have to go hot and fast. So we're gonna cover this up so that fire doesn't get out of control and get away from us. And then we're gonna use the valves here to dial in the temp. Right now I'm gonna cut these back quite a bit because that fire is hot right now. We'll probably go to right around the 200 mark in that area. I don't want to like overdo it. Right now it's all about getting the smoke flavor in, but the Gateway's really quick, so I see it, you know, coming to temp pretty fast. We'll be back in just a few. We're about an hour in. We've got our pork tenderloins here on the Gateway smoker, sitting at about 200. You can see they're starting to get some really good color. These are the jerk ones over here, so the Easispice jerk seasoning is on these, and then over here we've got the barbecue rub. So I'm just doing a barbecue, and I also did like a citrus marinade before I did them. Just trying something new. I'm all about trying new recipes and seeing what you can come up with. But we're gonna grab these and do a little work to them. All right, we're inside right now, and I've got, you know, the pork tenderloins. One of my favorite things too, Pickapeppa makes a gingery mango, and we do get some people like, oh, I don't like ginger or whatever, but it's not really ginger prominent as far as flavor. It's just amazing flavor without adding heat. So I let people decide if they want to add their own heat. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna just give it a drizzle before we do anything else for it. So this is that Pickapepper, ginger mango, and you can get it through our website at onelovebrigade.com. All right, so I've got a little bit of that ginger mango Pickapepper on these last two. We're kind of trying out 3 different recipes, but I love to add pineapple, so I just buy pineapple rings, and we're gonna actually take these on the first one here. Obviously not gonna run you through all 4 of them, but we're gonna take these pineapple rings and add them right to the top of the pork tenderloin. When you're smoking meat, especially something like this, you want a thinner bacon. Just the cheapest bacon you can get, you know, obviously the best cut that's available. But we're gonna take this one right now. I'm gonna get these out of the way. And basically we're gonna take it and, well, I'll actually probably start closer to the end. And we're gonna start wrapping this bacon around the pork tenderloin. So the bacon obviously has amazing flavor, and while it's smoking, it's gonna be going into the meat through the pineapple and smoking and cooking as we finish off the pork tenderloin. So I definitely recommend you try this out. So we've got, like I said, we got our 2 pork tenderloins, and we've got that with the Easispice dry rub pineapple, a little bit of spicy mango Pickapepper sauce, and then wrapped in bacon. These 2 are just the Easispice jerk rub wrapped in bacon. And then these last 2 are that citrus marinade that I, did a little bit earlier, and then coated them with that dry rub, the barbecue rub that you're gonna find from Blues Hog. And then we've also got pineapple rings. We're wrapping these in bacon, and we're gonna throw them back on the smoker. So we got the gateway drum rolling. Right now we're gonna fire these things back on the smoker. Now we're gonna cover them up, fire up the heat. We'll probably go up to 325 for a little bit just to crisp up the bacon, then tone her down. So I'm gonna open up the valves on my gateway drum to get that heat to pick up. Right now, we're sitting just over 200. Right now, we're gonna just check these temps real quick just to make sure. We wanna be at least at 145. That's what we recommend, but I go sometimes a little over, but you can do whatever you prefer, but they're ready to go. There you go, smoked pork tenderloin, 3 different styles. Let's see how it tastes. There we have it. That's the ticket right there. Mm-hmm. Top it off. Once again, that Pickapepper ginger mango, available at onelovebrigade.com. You will not be disappointed in this. I can promise you.